Okay, so today we are going to take on the topics like creating dashboard and stories and how they can be,
Yes,
like
yes.
more emphasis on visuals. So firstly, I'm Mohit here. I will be taking the first initial part. So what are we going to present today is introduction, brief introduction to Tableau, then the what is visual analytics, then the third will be creating the dashboard, and fourth will be how to present a story, and fifth is how to save the workbook and publishing it to a server. So the first three will be covered by me, and the fourth and fifth will be taken over by Priyanshu. So first, let's move with introduction to Tableau. Like, what is Tableau? So before going to learn about what is Tableau, we have to know about two important topics and answer to them. That what is data visualization and why is it is important. So first of all, we would go to the normal definition of it. What is data visualization? It is the process of describing information through visual rendering. Right, it's the like we all everybody knows it. It's the process of like we have the data or any information raw kind of data. So we help we try to show it in the form of visual form, so it looks more good and it's very easy to read and understand. So this is what data visualization is all about, and why it is important. So as you can clearly see from these two pics, on the left side you can see the data is in the Excel form, and it is like a tabular form in which we can't clearly see what is happening here, if the sales are low or profit is low, and what is it's very hard to understand here. So but when if we move to data visualization, what happens, like we are seeing it right on the right side, there is a dashboard here. So we have divided the categories and the geolocations where the cities are not performing well. We have used the color coding, so now it is clearly visible that where we are lacking, where we need to improve, and what is our according to date, what is the sales over here we have. And also there are interactions so that the end user can interact with the dashboard and see how the business is going forward. And then why it is important, so we have just seen the example. Also, technical advances have made more data visualization more prevalent and powerful than ever before. Like today we are all are having the using the technology must in the scenario. We are using the smartphones and there are apps. So also there are we learn from websites and we surf through websites and apps. So we see graph there. So that's why it is the graphs are easy to understand, easy to read. That's why due to the technical advances, the data evaluation is more important nowadays. And second one is very familiar to all of us, for which we are doing our job, the business purposes. Like as a developer, we perform the narration or data analysis on the data, and then we give the business a proper report and how the what is the sales, what are the profit, depending on the domain which you are working on. So moving on to now what is Tableau? Tableau is a data visualization software created by the Tableau software, and there are some benefits like as you have seen that it can connect easily to a number of data sources. As you have seen in the connect, we will see in the data pane. There are many multiple sources and server options available so that you can connect to any data sources. And Tableau allows for instantaneous insight by transforming data into interactive visualizations called dashboards. So if you got the once you got the data into loaded into your Tableau software or Tableau desktop, then it is very easy to create the interactive visualizations. As we will see, I will show you a practical also, which are called dashboards. So now coming to the visual analytics, it is mainly similar to what we have discussed so far. Is a field information visualization that focuses on analytical reasoning, facilitated and supported by interactive visual interfaces. So that's what we do. Like we perform the analytical reasoning, and then we help with the help of our reasoning and our decisions, we make interactive visual interfaces. This is what visual analytics is all about. Suppose for here, like as we all know, when we see something like in a pictorial form, it's easy to remember for a long period of time. Instead, if we are seeing in a textual form, so already we know that humans are very good in solving complex problems as compared to other specimens. So now if you see a picture here, when we see a picture or the data in the form of visual form, so the visual enhances the human cognitive process. So it enhances the human it makes the human mind to think faster and make decision faster. Suppose like if the data is in this form, so we can see here the red color or the green color. Suppose if there are two regions responsible for low and high, so now we can clearly see that this category and the this a range is performing low, or in this category is performing great. Or you can see on the timeline also which category, which product is performing good or which is not performing good. So with the help of visual analytics and the data visualization, we can clearly analyze it very fastly. Instead of going through the Excel which I showed you earlier, and then you have to look very hard into it, like whether the numbers are low. So it's very hard to decide over there. So this is all about a brief introduction about what is Tableau and what is visual analytics and all. Now we will move to the practical step, that is creating a dashboard. So first of all, what is a dashboard? So dashboard is a powerful tool for mixing multiple views in a unique one. So as we all would be knowing, as most of us are familiar with the basics of Tableau. So we create sheets, which are the basic components, and with the help of combining those multiple sheets, we create a dashboard. So the dashboard allows us to create interactive and common filters for all the sheets groups. So after creating a dashboard, you can have the common filters which will be applicable to all the sheets, and you can interact with the dashboard and see how the sales or profit are going. And it's an excellent tool for generic views. Suppose this is a dashboard example here. So as you can see, we have here the ship mode, ship data according to a timeline. We have the shipping analysis, average shipping cost with the help of geographic locations and priority cost. And here is the on the right side there is the interactive part of the dashboard. Also the collective legend information. So this is the dashboard example, and now we will going to be creating a dashboard. So this is the use case which I have used. The business requires a dashboard in which they want to see the yearly, quarterly, monthly, and weekly sales along with the geographical locations and some more insights. And also in terms of visual, it should be a good and clean. So what we're going to do today is this was a normal dashboard. So what I'm going to do is I will show you a modern UI dashboard, and based on these requirements, we will be creating it. So now as we go through, I will first show you what we are going to create. We will going to be, this is a design by Charles Green, the modern UI dashboard, and we will going to be creating the dashboard again. Okay, so it has the quarterly, monthly, and weekly sales, and the like I'll show you the interactivity once we go there. So first of all, so yeah, there are three options here: creating a sheet, and creating a dashboard, and creating a story. So the when you click over this a new dashboard, you will have a blank pane over here. So first we go to quickly to the functionalities on the left side. For the dashboard, you have the size here. You can have the automatic size, or you can choose the size with the help of the changing the width and height. So I will make it to this, and this is the custom size over here. On the this part, you can see all the sheets that you have been created. So as these sheets I have already created, because it will take more time if we create a dashboard also. So these sheets have already been created by me. And objects, these are the objects which on with the help of which you can play here and create a dashboard. Suppose there are the containers, horizontal and vertical. Then there are the objects, text object. You can have an image here. You can link it. You can have a navigation button here. You can have a blank text box like here, or you can also insert a web page here. So these are the functionalities over here. And also the objects are two tiles, tiled and floating. So when we talk about horizontal container, so the horizontal container, it places the objects one next to the other in the horizontal process. I will show you it. And the vertical is one below the other. And if you go to the layout part, so whenever we put anything over here, you can select the, like suppose I have put a horizontal object over here. So now you can see it's not on floating, so we have the option to make it floating. This is so option to show title. And as the when we talk about the tiled object, the tiled objects, when we use it, helps us to create a grid structure, grid layout in the dashboard. And it's not necessary, so that you can resize the every box on that grid structure. Suppose one box is bigger and the one box is smaller, so that it helps us to make a in simpler way, it helps us to make a grid format structure. In floating, you can put the objects overlap on one or other, and also you can place it anywhere with the help of resizing it according to you. So and when we go for the tiled objects, we have already have the coordinates width and height, and we can change them, but we can't change to a certain point. Then there is the border option, which you can have for any container if you want the borders and all with the colors. Then there is a background option. Then there's outer padding, inner padding, which I'll be telling you what they are. And here you can have the hierarchy of if you're suppose if you're creating a dashboard somewhere, you could confuse that how many containers are there, or where am I in which container, or have I dropped the wrong container over here to check it. You can have the item hierarchy in which container your text box or your sheet is lying, and if you want to change it or so. So now moving on to the dashboard here. So first of all, I've dragged here a horizontal part, right? So we will just be seeing it. So this is the I will be using the different containers for every sheet here, because we want the paddings and the space also, and that's why I'm using this approach. So we know that we have a horizontal container over here, so we will be needing a vertical over here, like this, and then again we will be having a horizontal container. Okay, 1 minute. Yes, over here. So now we can change the size. As you can see, okay, okay, cool. So now as we can see that we want to have it, because the objects are placed one below the other, so I have used there. Now we will be moving towards again one more. We can have a one more container over here. I'm just creating a basic layout so that we can create the dashboard that we require. So first of all, like I will be dragging out the, so this helps us a lot, because and always this is the one more practice that name the sheets according to what they are. Like if I want to drag a geographical sheet over there with containing the maps and all, so I've named it maps, so it's easy to recognize that which sheet you want to drag here. So I will it's just very simple, you just drag and drop, and the sheet will be coming over here. No need to worry about this, so you can create it. And now what I'm using the approach here is like I will be using the outer padding and inner padding option. So the outer padding on the whole dashboard would be 6, and the inner padding I will be using will be no, outer padding will be 10 and inner padding would be 6. So outer padding is like the distance, like the distance between the dashboard and the border, which is the outer padding, and the inner padding is the distance between the content and the border. As you can see, the sheet and the border, they have the, this is the 6 distance here which I have used. So again this is one here, and we will make it background the white. Again we will drag one more horizontal container over here. Yeah, and then we will be having the region sheet, and here you have 4 options of the sheet, like we can, you want to according fit it according to the width, according to the height, or the entire view. So right now we want it to the height, and it's as I used this horizontal container for a reason, because I want this, in this container I want 2 sheets to be merged. So that's why I've used a horizontal container, so that I can put it one after the other. And we will hide the title here. Okay, so now again the same formula, we will have to perform the padding, which will be uniform over all the containers. And for the sheets, yeah, it's already been okay. First of all, we could also suppose we could also first make the background color over here. I've just created, so I am just copying the hex code from the already created, and you can choose anything you want from the color section. So this is the our background color of the dashboard. So now as you can see, if you click on the container and the sheet, there is a difference of the inner padding, and also there will be outer padding. So now we want it to be whole white, so we will make it like this. And now for the sheet, we can see here the outer padding is 4. So now we want that this and this, there should be no gap, we want to merge it. So we will go here, and from this side we will make the right side 0, and for this sheet we will make the left side 0. So in this way, now you can see they are merged now. There is no gap in between them. So yeah. So for the second container, what we thought, yeah, we will have the order details over here. You can delete it. So again, the same formatting, and make the background white. Okay, cool. So here we created the, and then there is one more horizontal over here in which we will be dragging the, okay, top subcategories over here. I think. So with the help of padding and all, then the borders, you can have a clearly and a good outlook of the project. You can, you can make a good looking project dashboard over here, which you looks visually good because the padding helps us a lot. And again, we will drag one more container over here. So top subcategories are here. Now we will have the top customers over here. Again, the same thing. So now mostly the right part is completed. Okay, yes, no problem. So yes, now we will going towards the left part in which there are some interactions and some KPIs. So what I'll be doing is I will be again making it the same format options, 10 and 6. It can be anything, depend on whatever you're trying to create and how you want to present. So first of all, we would make it the desired color that we want. Now, so first we want a common heading over here. So we'll be putting a text box in which we'll be writing the heading. And also in the text box, you can make the changes. I will select 18 bold and it should be white as the background is blue. So yeah, cool. So now we will be creating one blank over here. Yes, we will be putting over blank and then resize it and make it white. So yes, and then now we will be, this is just for the, decorative part, just to make the dashboard look good. I will again make it, and suppose that the outer padding or the inner outer padding is 10 here, so you can't make this object less than, I did the height less than 10, it should be always greater than 10. As you are using the tiled objects, in floating you can use any height you want. So we would make it white, and then we would have it, because as we know these are two different sheets, so we will be needing a horizontal container over here. So for that, I will be dragging a horizontal container over here. Again, fix its size, and then also, yeah, there are, yes, sales by quarter will be there here, and then average by quarter. So you just have to just drag and drop. It will be like placed one after the other, side by side, and then just, yeah, this is it. Then again a blank for the design purpose. So I will make it 11 and then just make the background white over here. As you can see, now we have created, and for this there's also, you can also use the floating objects. There is no issue when we're using custom size. So for interactivity, I've created this, the main X sheet, which will act as a filter. Hide the title over here, and we will just put it over here. Cool. And yeah, remove the unwanted legends and all. So now, as you can see, we already now, as I have created the horizontal container in this day, so you have to repeat the steps 2 times for the monthly and weekly, and then you will be able to get this dashboard. So first, just increase the size over here. Yeah, cool. So now when you will repeat that process 2 times, you will be seeing this dashboard over here. So this is all we have created. Now comes to the interactive part. There are three ways to to interact with the dashboard. Suppose the most common is the filters, which I have not used. You can use it. I will show you, but later on, for the second interaction is the dashboard actions. You can use the dashboard actions to interact with the dashboard, and third one is the using the sheet as the filters. So right now, like I have also put the sheet in the tooltip. I will show you, like I've created a sheet of the cities and with the sales, and then I have gone to the map sheet and I have put it here in the tooltip. You can insert with the help of sheets over here, whichever sheets you want. So that's why it is showing like that in the states. When there's no need to jiggle around in the tooltip, you can see the states over here. So yes, now what we'll do, I've created this sheet also. I will show you what it will do. It said I have tried to make it a kind of parameter over here with the help of year selection. So like this is the parameter which I have created, year values, and then there's for every parameter you build a calculation to work. So this is the calculation for that. If year is equal to the parameter selection is 2017, then the date name year of photo date is equal to 2017. So it will match the both, and then it will filter the dashboard. So how it will filter the dashboard? So suppose we go to the dashboard and we will go to the actions. Just from here you can have the suppose yeah, we will remove it, we will make it once more. So from here you can add the actions. So we will have the change parameter action, and whenever you see this, and suppose some there are some, I will stop sharing some tips also. Like suppose you have to check it out once by one by one, right? So it's kind of irritating. So you can just select and drag it, and you can select on the last option, so they all will be unchecked. If you want to check them again, you have to repeat the same process. So this is the sheet which I'm talking about here for the year selection. So we will select this because we want the action to perform from this sheet. When we click on the sheet, so the parameter is year. The calculation is which I've created over the year calculation, and then the action should be run on when I select the uh, sheet or the components of the sheet. So we will keep it okay as. So now you can see uh, when we go to the presentation side. So now if you select 2017, it will create the 2000. It will the dashboard will be filtered according to 2017. When we create 2018, it will be filtered to 2018. So this is the one way. Second way is I've shown like the simple. You can use the sheet as a filter. So it will be filtering all the components of the dashboard irrespective of, because with the help of actions you can select which sheets you want to be filtered, but with this selection it will be filtering the all the sheets that are present on the dashboard. So you just click here. Now use as a filter option is there. So okay, we can also use we will using the regions. Yeah, I've already used the regions as a filter. So now when we click on south, so the whole dashboard for 2018, the south region of the sales and profits are showing monthly and weekly, and the order details and top subjects. So this is how you can interact with it. Again, clicking once again, it will clear out the selection. So and also there is one more thing. Suppose when you are creating a chart, so this is the normal default settings of the Tableau, that all the other components will go in the faded mode, and this will be highlighted. Suppose you don't want that, so there is simple trick to it. So you just have to create a calculation that is highlight, which can be blank calculation, which I've used, and it should be in the detail here. So you just have to put it over in the detail so that every calculation to be used, it should be in the view, right? Like in any form. So that's why. Then we will go to it, and we can also have one more dashboard action over here. So this is I've already used the highlight. We will see what it is. So I've used it on the main filter, so that's why we will do the top customers over here, right? So top customers, and again we want it to run it to top customers because we want the action to be run on the same sheet, and the action should be on select, and selected field should be with the highlight as we have used here. Click on OK. Click on OK. So now when we click here, so it won't get faded. The other dashboard, other bars won't get faded. So this is simple trick over here which you can use. I use the same trick over here also. That's why the other parts are not getting faded over here. It looks good because sometimes I have seen here. This is the one of the good requirements. So this is how you can create a dashboard. You can also put here buttons and all according to the requirements. And these are the interactivity. You can put the remaining information in the tooltip. You can use the sheet as a filter, or you can use the dashboard actions. So now this is from my side. Now my colleague Priyanshu will be taking over.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Now I'm going to present my story. Is it visible?
Yes, yes,
Hello.
visible.
Okay. So we are just focusing on the story part. So what is a story in Tableau? So basically, that sheet that contains a sequence of worksheet or dashboard that works together convey information. So basically, what is story? Story basically consists of all the worksheets which we have been created and the dashboards which we have created on Tableau. So it represents the complete informations and convey the complete information of the dashboard or a particular sheet on a story part, and it contains all the matter that are able to data data sheet and dashboard apply to stories and powerful navigation tools for representation. So here is the example of story. Now I'm going to represent my screen on the Tableau software. So can you just got a look of the story? So here's the present presenting the multiple sheets and the dashboards on a story. So here is the navigation bar. We can just see in the box part, and here I just mentioned some of the captions like we are having the maximum sales in the customer section. So I just mentioned here that we are having the maximum sales in customer section, and these are the navigations part. If you just click on these buttons, so we just got the multiple the similar charts and which represent the information about that chart that we are having in 2018. We are having the maximum sales in technology. Like this navigation represent the location part, like the multiple cities, multiple states, and its sales. And this navigation represent as the multiple categories by sales. And we can also represent our dashboard over our stories. So here we are representing our complete dashboard over our stories, which are representing our complete like in train lines, what we are having sales, and location wise, we are what we are having sales. Even we can just go through our filters part also. Like I can just show you with an example. Here we can just create our story. From here we are creating a story, and we can adjust the size of the dashboard. From here we are just putting it as in automatic. And here is the caption part, like what we are representing and all. What we have to do for the story part is like we have to just simply click over here and we just represent our sheet over the story part, and we can just showcase or just add on a caption that we are having highest sale in customer part. Like we are like adding multiple sheets over here. We have to just simply drag and just simply double click over here. We can just add multiple sheets over here, and we can just add simply dashboard over here. So this is the story part where we are representing our dashboards, our sheets, and multiple like focusing on some captions like we are having highest sales in this section and all. So we are representing our dashboards and sheets over here. Now we are just starting over the next topic, which is representing and publishing over the server. So what we have to do is we have to just simply save the data source and just publish it to the server or online. I can just give you the example for this. What we have to is like we just go to the dashboard. So when we are going to the dashboard, we are having the option here, over here like server. So we are having the option. First option is sign in. So on which dashboard we have to sign in, we have to just give the link over here. Like it's a Tableau online link. So it's just move on to the Tableau online web page. So here we just log in for our web page. Right now we are not having the for the Tableau online, so we cannot log in over here. We are just copy the link over here. Uh, yeah, I can just show you over the Tableau public. So here we just log in for a Tableau public. So we are logging into our server, and now what we have to do is we have to just publish our dashboard over the server. So we are having option over here, the public and the worker. We clicked on this option, and this shows what we can give the name for our dashboard. Like we can say sales and save it. So it like we have just save it and log in our Tableau public. So it directly link up to the our server part, or we can public part and online part. So this is for all about the server part and the publishing part. Now, anyone having any query? Hello, I'm out.
Yeah. Done,
Yes,
Priyanshu?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, we are not having the like server credentials, so we cannot just represent and publish over our server. So that's why I just shown up on the Tableau public profile.